Hello, good evening, welcome back for the final time this season. We are live at roughly 7 o'clock for the Tier 2 Championship Showdown. And I'm here with Carl, potentially here for the last time, depending what happens here on Wednesday. How are you doing, Carl?
Not too bad tonight, Jacob. Not too bad at all.
Good. I hope you've been looking forward to this. We were discussing beforehand the permutations, which don't worry, everybody. We've worked out, and we're pretty sure we have it right this
Thanks
this
to
time
our
around.
thanks to our human calculator, Rob.
Yes, yep, that'll be Genie in Tier 1. We'll get to see him a little bit later on.
Oh, Guy disqualified for blocking pit lane or something.
Already. That is
weird.
Unfortunate for Guy. I think he's in the Williams. We're on board with the first of our Tier 2 runners to get out for a flying lap. Evil Homer in the Aston Martin. His teammate, of course, Fox River 8 in the championship hunt, and we will go through those permutations with you very shortly. Of course, he's battling with Shadow Cobra, both of them still in the pit. But that is the main feature of tonight's race, to see who will be crowned Tier 2 champion, and we're going to see where Evil Homer puts himself with his first time. The run, obviously, in first with a 1:10.9. There's more time in there. We saw a few mistakes on that lap, but he'll get in and out for another one.
Van's an 11.9, and Pascal with a 12.5.
The early laps, you've always got at least a 0.5 or a second in it, though, don't you? So that
Connor's just a 13.5.
I'm just riding a ball.
It's getting those sighters in at the moment, isn't it? Just finding where the grip is and where you feel comfortable.
Absolutely, especially on a green track. I mean, I know it's only an 18-minute or 20-minute qualifying session, but it does rubber in a lot more towards the end, and you do find you have a bit more grip. So everyone just putting in their banker laps for the moment. We're going to see riding along with Ollie T. We're going to see where he puts himself second with a 1:11. So there was a few mistakes in Evil Homer's lap, but actually it turns out it wasn't a bad lap by any stretch of the imagination. Just cutting towards Lorpy at the moment. Where is he going to pop himself in that Mercedes? 8th for the time being. Just trying to see who is going to be on a flyer.
Got Alex coming down to the final chicane.
Now, we've gone from last week in Baku, where penalties weren't really a thing. It was more sort of glitching that weekend, that evening.
Yeah.
Penalties could be a feature this week.
Oh yeah, Canada can be a very penalty heavy track because
it's literally that final chicane.
It's not just that as well. You got the chicane where Alex is now. If you cut that even slightly, it's curtains on that one. There's so many places to overdo it. Well, those two chicanes definitely. And then you've got the chicane is just after the bridge before the hairpin as well. So there's about 3 places where you can invalidate your lap time, or at least scoff up a 3-second time penalty.
So even though it's a tight championship battle, those could come into play and be a feature. So it's as much about being quick as it is being disciplined. Obviously last week and back we didn't really have to worry about that too much.
Well, if you got it wrong, you're in the wall.
Exactly that. That's the main worry there, whereas here it's not too much. Safety cars can
Alex has just gone 4th on the mediums.
He's done 3 laps on those as well. I mean, we're just looking at Night Shadow now, Gavin. He's done 2 laps on those soft tyres right now. So I should imagine he's hoping that this lap is going to be
And then you got his teammate Ghetto Biggie, who's out on the mediums on a quick one.
We're just going to see where Gavin puts himself. He stays open to the right hand side, the shortest way to the line, 5th on a pair of 3-lap-old softs. That is not bad at all.
I think he'd want to possibly put on another set though, and probably get out again and go try and beat that time, or else he'll be starting on those 3-lap-old softs.
If he can get
which
in...
is not ideal for really, to be honest.
Not at all, because the tyres, the soft tyres will only last, you know, a max of 8 to 10 laps. I want to say, so yeah, he should have time to get at least another 2 runs in. If not, he'll definitely get the 1. But at least he's got a delta to beat. We're just looking at Mark Hodgson at the minute. I think he's gotten rid of that iconic Lewis Hamilton design.
Ghetto Big has just gone 9th on the mediums. Just pass that one on. What do you say?
Just cut on board towards Mark.
It looks more blue this time than purple. Blue as he goes first.
Well, it might not be a purple helmet, but it's definitely a purple lap time. Look at that provisional pole for the time being. Mark Hodgson.
Yeah, as I said to you before we started the stream, he's running a higher downforce, so it's more planted in the corners. And looking at that, it's paying off for him.
We've got retirement. We've got Boothby there, retired. And Shadow Cobra Fox River 8 still yet to go out and set a lap time.
I think they're not joking with what they've told me.
What have they told you?
Well, Shadow Cobra told me this because I messaged him. Good luck in the.
Sorry to cut across you there. We've just seen
no problem.
going round at the exit at turn 2 there. Super easy to do. But the first of our drivers this evening. Carry on, Carl. Sorry.
Well, it was more Shadow Cobra told me this because I just passed on a bit of good luck in the title fight.
Such a nice guy.
From what I would give everyone a message, good luck whether in a title fight or not, but I ain't got time to go through all 20 drivers.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, but I think the two
I've knocked you off
title.
your train of thought now, haven't I?
No swearing on this one.
No.
PG. Keeping it PG.
Keep it PG.
Bite me lip. Bite me bottom lip.
What? So Fox River 8. No. So you were speaking with Shadow Cobra as Lorpy goes 6th.
Well, messaging in Discord, and the two title contenders. Well, it's not really a last to first challenge, but the two title contenders will be starting towards the back of the grid and deciding the championship that way.
There you go, you heard it first. And
watch one of them come out last minute and ruin it. No, I've just said it.
Well, that's definitely breaking a gentleman's agreement, but there you go. So both the title protagonists, Shadow Cobra and Fox River 8, plan to start this race. Well, they're not going to start from the back of the grid because both Williams have retired and the others disqualified. But towards the back of the grid. And do you know what? I'm not sure where I sit with that. I'm pretty much on the fence with that. I mean, it's going to be a great show, but, you know, you're putting yourself at massive risk, aren't you?
Especially in the first couple corners.
Absolutely, and you know,
because the last thing, it's not too bad if you start at the front because you got clean air. It's not too bad if you start at the back because if you see something going off, you can just drop back and wait to see if you get any gaps to ease on through. But if you smack bang in the middle of that pack and something goes off.
There you go, and that's that risk, isn't it?
Early bath. It's an early bath.
Well, let's
I've
hope neither
just
of them are going to be left
noticed
red-faced.
Gavin Jenkins has said that it'll be that he says dry weather forecast. So I don't know whether that's quali and race. We've got dry weather.
Well, he's keeping it cryptic, most certainly. So we'll do the same.
Yeah.
And
a message from Ryan Barber. Jay Jones for the title.
Lovely stuff. Thanks. Thank you very much, Ryan. Got some fans. I think we're gonna change my PSN name very soon. I think.
Do tell.
I want something that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's a privacy thing or whatever, but yeah, no, I just fancy having something that's a bit more cryptic. You know, Gavin's got Night Shadow. There's Law P, Vans Racing. So I think I might come into the next couple of seasons with a new PSN.
I mean, just a bit of a thing on my PSN, BITW. I'm a slight wrestling fan, and I've been a fan of CM Punk for many years, and he's known as the best in the world, so that's where that's from.
Right, fair. I don't know. I've not really watched wrestling at all. It's just been. I don't really want to say any more on it because I've had some bad experiences with telling people that that I like wrestling. I've had quite a bit of bad experience, so I'll brush that one under the carpet. If you like wrestling, you like wrestling. But you've also
yes, Ryan. Yes, Ryan. We know your red car. We know.
when he Red Car Rambo, I didn't actually realise that it was a town called Redcar. So.
Is it?
But yeah, it is. There's a town called Redcar. Apparently, it's up where near Mark Hodgson lives, up around his area.
Oh right, because I'm neither north or south. I'm smack bang in the middle.
Well, to me, you're in the north.
But yeah, a lot of people in this league, they're either above me or below me. I'm smack bang in middle.
Under 5 minutes to go, we saw Mark Hodgson previously go quickest. We've just seen Smith 96 there in the Alfa Romeo go ninth on a set of mediums, try and put himself on that alternate strategy if he can. Top 10 as it stands, Mark Hodgson still on that provisional pole, only just from BGR in that Ferrari. Night Shadow's popped himself third, Evil Homer is fourth. Womack's fifth, Ollie T is in sixth, seventh Emiliano Vans Racing. Now that's your top 8 and they're all in the pits, but just on board with Smith 96. He's just set his lap and looking at Lorpy at the minute where he's going to pop himself.
He improved, but it was invalidated.
It looked like it as we're seeing the two
Mercedes
as
he comes out and he'll come in round the that second corner, and you had his teammate Mark coming out the pit lane at the same time as he was coming through that exit of the corner. So almost the two Mercs ended up coming together as Mark were coming out the pits. That's the only problem with the pit exit here in Canada, because it literally brings you out straight onto the racing line.
That is going to be a feature of the Grand Prix for sure. Within all that, Getter Biggie has popped himself third, so it's an Alpha Tauri 3 and 4 at the minute. And we've got quite a lot in the top 10 now coming out on outlaps at the moment.
Just want to say very quickly, I'm guessing a certain Fragile Tunnel will be smiling about now because of his mate BJR currently sitting in second. Just want to say that one out there, because it was BGR that got him into the league.
Right.
The good mate, so I bet he's sat there watching this with a smile on his face. We've got Vans on a quick one who's slightly up on his lap.
So it's a 10th and a bit. Just noticed that two tight protagonists, Shadow Cobra and Fox River 8, 17th and 18th. They're not going to get out for a lap time. They're not going to qualify.
It's a rumble in a jungle from the back of the grid.
We're gonna. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens. I hope that neither gets left with egg on their face. Obviously, they know the risks, but it's going to make it very, very interesting to watch.
Sorry to cut you off, Jacob, but Gavin has put in the chat. I've just noticed it. 3% chance of rain in the race. 3% chance of rain.
Could most likely be a dry one.
As Vans improves by a slight margin.
We've got just coming towards Mark Hodgson at the moment, coming towards the end of his lap. Look at that, all the way over to that right hand side, the quickest point to the grid. He does improve, it's a 1:10.221, so up by 2/10. Is anyone going to be able to beat that? I don't think Evil Homer did. He popped himself second. BGR is, I think, going to be on an outlap. That's a great lap.
That higher down. He may not be quicker in the straights, but that higher downforce is definitely helping him in the twistier section of the lap. He may not be quicker in the straight, but it's definitely helping him in the tighter, twistier sections. So it's
going to give him the grip.
It's it's working wonders for him.
Exactly, and to avoid those penalties as well. Just is.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely thought this one through. Sometimes if you want to make, sometimes losing a bit of straight line speed to help in the cornering can gain just as much as taking more downforce off to help in the straights.
Exactly that. I think Wumax has bailed out of his lap. Smith 96 is on fresh tyres and on a hot one. He's actually up by 2 and a bit tenths, and he's got some traffic to deal with as well. People coming to the end of the lap, so they're going into the pits. That's okay. And very, very close there to the Wall of Champions, and all going wrong. Where's he going to put himself? Goes fourth. That's a decent last minute.
Got Alex
lap.
coming through the final corner.
BGR's in the wall at I think it's 3 and 4.
Alex has just improved to 11th in the McLaren.
See that Vans Racing. Where is single track? Is he coming towards the end of the lap now?
Yeah, like, but he was way off the pace. I think he was. He was coming in because he about 3. When I last looked, he was about 3 seconds off his time, so he was on his way in.
We'll just have a look and see.
Vans come in. You just got the 2 Ferraris. I think Wumax is on its way in as well.
BGR has lost the front wing as well.
So that's qualifying then.
That's it. Mark Hodgson, there you go. Mercedes driver on pole position. He's in the pits at the minute, but he is on pole with a 1:10.2. Evil Homer is second, 4/10 down, and then a 10th further down from Evil Homer is BGR in that Ferrari in third. So your top 3 there: Mark Hodgson, Evil Homer, and BGR. Your 2 title protagonists, they're not in the top 10 at all. They're going to start 17th and 18th for this one. Obviously, Shadow Cobra leading the way. Fox River 8 needs to have a good race. We'll go through those permutations when we cut to the formation lap.
Are you going to do the honours on that one then?
I will do my best. Don't quote me on the maths.
I'll do it
because my maths is atrocious, judging by last week.
I can do it if you want, because I've got it all written down.
Go for it.
Right, I'll do that for you then when the formation lap starts. Well, after you've ran through the grid as well.
Oh yeah, of course. I'll do that quick fire, and then you can go give the audience the permutations. But this is going to be your starting grid. There you are, Mark Hodgson on pole position. He's going to be pleased with that by 4/10. Oh, excuse me, I've accidentally clicked on there, but we'll go through this. Mark Hodgson on pole. Evil Homer is second. BGR in third. Smith 96 fourth, Get a Biggie 5th, Night Shadow 6th, Wumax is in 7th, and M Paskov is 8th. So that's your top 8. Ollie T and Emiliano rounding out that top 10 for you. Alex is in 11th, Vans Racing 12th, 13th, Lorpy, Single Track is 14th, and then it's Grimo, Connor in 15th, 16th. Shadow Cobra and Fox River 8, your two title protagonists. Shadow Cobra leading the championship by about 9 or 10 points from Fox River 8. They're going to start 17th and 18th for the race, and then it's Boothby and Guy in the two Williams cars that will complete the grid. And I hope you've taken a big old breath, Carl, because you're going to have to go through those permutations as to what could potentially happen. Obviously, both of them starting 17th and 18th. But yeah, just run us through the outcomes.
Yeah, this is courtesy of Rob, by the way, Tier 1 driver Gene Genie, who did the maths last week on the situation. Start off with Shadow Cobra as he's the championship leader. The first thing is, as long as Shadow Cobra finishes ahead of Fox, champion, obvious one. If Fox finishes 7th or lower, then Shadow Cobra also wins the title, as long as he finishes above him. Yeah. But Fox, if he wins and Shadow Cobra comes 3rd, Fox gets the title. If he comes 2nd and Cobra comes 6th, Fox gets the title. If he comes 3rd and Cobra comes 7th, Fox gets title. If he comes 4th and Shadow Cobra comes 9th, Fox gets the title. If he comes 5th and Shadow Cobra comes 10th, Fox gets the title. And if Fox comes 6th and Shadow Cobra comes 11th, Fox gets the title.
There you go. So we go 17th and 18th, Shadow Cobra and Fox River 8, a bit of a gentleman's agreement.
But already Shadow Cobra has got an advantage because he's starting ahead of Fox already on the grid. But that could all change into turns 1 and 2 because we know what it can be like round here.
Well, interestingly as well, I think Fox River 8 is on the hard tyre. Yes, he is, and Shadow Cobra on the medium. So there's a bit of a strategy.
So he is, yeah.
Top 10.
You got Martin on the. You got Martin single track on the hards as well. So 3 people outside the top 10 starting on the hard tyres. As we all know, the top 10 have to start on the tyres they qualified on, and everyone is on the softs because that's the time they set the quickest lap time on. Other tyre strategies, we've got Alex on mediums, Grimo on mediums, and as you said, Shadow Cobra on mediums. And what the hell happened there?
I think a few drivers got into each other and there was a bit of a spin going on. Very sorry to cut across you there, but as you were saying, yeah, top 10 all on those soft tyres. Top 10 is Mark Hodgson, Evil Homer alongside BGR, and then Smith completing that top 4. Ghetto Biggie, 2 AlphaTauris, and then Night Shadow 5th and 6th. 7th Wumax, 8th M Paskov, 9th Ollie T, Emiliano is 10th, Alex 11th, Vans Racing 12th, 13th is Lorpy, Single Track is lining up 14th, Grimo 15th, 16th Connor, 17th Shadow Cobra Championship leader, Fox River 8 in battle with the Alpine ahead of him starting 18th. 19th is Boothby and then Guy. The last of our runners this evening, but heading towards the front, and we are about to get underway, and in 35 laps time we will find out who is our championship
Sorry
leader.
to cut in, but Ghetto Biggie drive through for jump start.
He might have potentially, he might try to block himself, but Mark Hodgson there getting the line there over Evil Homer, who actually cut across the grass, and that has allowed Smith 96 to take second place. Luckily he holds on to third. BGR, Wumax 2 Ferraris line astern, and BGR trying to attack Evil Homer, didn't quite come off. Everybody else I think has got through okay. Oh, nearly a collision there between Evil Homer and BGR.
My game's crashed.
Oh no.
I was watching the back end of the grid for you, and my game's just crashed on the exit of turn 2.
Are you, what is it booted you out and then you're able to get back in?
No, it's just froze. It's just froze. It's literally just froze.
Might have to close it down and cut back in again.
Yeah.
in between.
Give me
the
2 ticks on that then.
The two Ferraris getting into each other, and I think Ghetto Biggie has been turned around there at the hairpin. He's got all the way to the back, and that is not a great start. He's our biggest loser then of the opening lap, down 15 places. Meanwhile, up top, Mark Hodgson still leads the way. He's opened up a 1.6 second gap, and look at that Ferrari there in the background trying to put a pass on Evil Homer, and does so into turn 1. So Womack's making moves up towards the front. Meanwhile, look at that, further down the grid. Oh, we got another somebody else who's gone round. I think that's Evil Homer. Yes, it is in the Aston Martin. There, he's trying to get it round. He's burnt those tyres up. Gator Biggie, Emiliano and Paskov looking to get those tyres off, and I think Evil Homer will probably do the same. In terms of the title, Fox River 8 has actually got ahead of Shadow Cobra.
Do you remember what I said where he has to finish?
There you go, yeah, so Fox River 8 just has to finish, well, Shadow Cobra just has to finish ahead of Fox River 8 to seal this one. Fox River 8, look at that, he's trying to put a move on single track. He's right up on the gearbox, both of them on hard tyres. Shadow Cobra, single track goes defensive blocks on wheel, just about keeps ahead, but Fox River 8 gets a better drive out of the hairpin, and they're side by side at the moment. Tucks back in to get that slipstream there, no DRS for the time being. He's going to go for the outside now into the chicane, and I think he's just got that head. Single track fights back, but he's gone into the wall. Single track, he's gone into the wall of champions, but he's not retired, luckily.
I'm back, kids. Sorry to butt in, but I'm back, children.
There you go. And single track, luckily, had his accident just before that pit entrance, and he's able to minimise that time loss. But either way, so unfortunate either way. Look at this, Mark Hodgson now 3.5 ahead of Smith in the Alfa Romeo. He's leading the race. Smith actually under pressure from Womack's, so Womack's trying to force his way past. And further down, Shadow Cobra's now got ahead of Fox River 8.
What's Martin doing on Inters?
Oh dear.
Martin Hills is on Inters on a dry track. I think there's been a cock-up by the game there.
There must have been a glitch. Either look at this, Womack's now going down towards the inside of that final chicane, gets that move done, but he's going to have a slower exit. That is going to allow Smith 96 to come back. And look at this train of cars. We've got Ferrari in there and AlphaTauri, McLaren joining the fight.
I think I need to ask Mark for his setup. He is cruising out front.
He's absolutely loving it, and part of the reason he's able to get out that time is because this lot have been battling behind. Look at that. Womack did manage to get past Smith 96, who's now under pressure from his teammate BGR, and then obviously got the AlphaTauri McLaren looking to join the fight. As look, BGR now under pressure from Night Shadow. DRS is enabled now, so both of them got it popped open. Night Shadow was on the inside. Oh, as I think BGR's gone too deep, and he's hit he's hit Smith 96. So both of them have gone round, and I think Night Shadow was caught up in that as well.
It's not been the cleanest at the so far, has it? To be truthfully honest, it's not been the cleanest. From what I've heard.
Has Night Shadow getting a little bit squirrely on the exit. Fox River 8 is indeed, he's got past Shadow Cobra again.
I think I noticed Fox slowed down.
Night Shadow's gone into the piss, as has Smith, so whether it's damage or not I don't know, but I should imagine they're just trying to get those tyres off.
Yeah, my guess would be that as well. But I did notice to what allowed Fox to go ahead of Shadow was Shadow Cobra slowed down to let people back through because he overtook under yellow flags, and I think Fox had snuck through as he was letting the cars past.
There you go, so a bit of a gentleman's agreement in qualifying, not so much in the race. Shadow Cobra with his DRS open, looking to put that move on Fox River 8, Fox on the hards, Shadow Cobra on the mediums. So as we've got our first retirement of the evening, that is for Connor in that Red Bull. As Fox River 8 and Shadow Cobra going at it.
Shadow Cobra looking to go around the outside and makes it stick.
At the hairpin, a beautiful move, a lovely move there.
That's the difference in grip between the medium and the hards.
There you go, and Shadow Cobra on his way, looking to get after Grimmy now. And make sure that he finishes ahead of the Aston Martin to be short of his title. Meanwhile, up front, Mark Hodgson, 5.4 seconds now.
Shadow Cobra with a 13.4. He's getting his foot down because he knows what's at stake.
He's absolutely going for it, isn't he? I mean, you've got the strategy to consider. Fox River 8 on those hards. He'll be able to go longer, of course, depending on
most definitely. As M. Paskoff with a 5 second for speeding in the pit lane.
Very easy to do here. You have to slow like right down.
Yeah, you've done it a few times this season yourself.
Yeah, more than a few times. Especially if the board gets wiped out, then it's trouble.
Yeah, because it's generally like as Shadow Cobra goes down the inside of Grimo, so that's another place gain. So he's got the Alfa Romeo between him and Fox, so
a little bit of a safety buffer.
He's got a bit of a buffer now,
and he's got
a bit of a buffer.
Well, because he got that move done before that DRS line. So look at that, he's right on the back of Guy already. So the race is now really starting to come towards Shadow.
And as we've been focusing on the two title contenders, Mark Hodgson has pulled out a substantial lead of 5.8 seconds up front over Womax. Well, it's down to 5.6, 5.5. Well, it's over 5.5 seconds, let's give it that way, from between him and Womax.
Looking very comfortable.
I bet he's out. I bet he feels like he's out on a Sunday drive. Or, from what he's told me in the past, this is probably what he's like when he's on his way home after work to get in on time for the 7 o'clock start.
Well, should have that to look forward to next year.
You and me both.
or next season, as we see Shadow Cobra get the move done on Guy, but he's gone too wide. That allows Guy to get the switch back. But soft tyres, they'll probably start to be coming towards the end of their life around now, so it makes sense that Shadow Cobra was able to get that move completed. And we've got our first few genuine pit stops at the moment. Womax and Vans Racing.
Sorry, just had a bit of a chuckle. Jay Sarge in the chat has gone, bored of this Mercedes dominance. Go Mark, my inter-team teammate. I think we're all fed up with seeing a Mercedes up front, but I don't think Mark would be, as he's a massive Hamilton fan, as we all know.
Well, I've gone for a different team for next year. I'll change it up. So
I'm hoping to stick with Aston Martin because green.
Yep.
But mind you, as long as I'm not in a Mercedes, I'll be happy.
We're looking to see where the battles were at the minute. We go towards the back end, and Night Shadow trying to get the pass done on Vans Racing. I think he got it done, and I think Poopy's gone into the wall at the second chicane. Might have taken a bit too much.
Yes, he's got no front wing, so yes, he has.
He's taken a bit too much.
Just had a quick flick down, so he's on his way to the pits for a new nose. As Shadow Cobra, as Mark has pitted and come out on mediums.
Where is he?
And he's going to come out
ahead of Grimo.
Ahead of Grimo, behind Guy. There
you go, but on 8 laps fresher tyres.
So that promotes Alex into the provisional race leader. But as we know, the net race leader, after probably all the stops have been done, will most likely be Mark still. But
absolutely, but I mean, he needs to get on with this.
Yeah, he needs to get those. He needs to get those medium tyres up and working.
Ups the temperature and trying to get rid of this traffic as well. And I think he's going to line up the move, or he's going to hold back and do the smart thing and wait for that DRS to open up. Guy won't have it. So Mark Hodgson
well, as we've seen in qualifying and so far in this race, he's got the pace to definitely go for the win tonight. So
absolutely, as Guy comes in and releases Mark. So Mark Hodgson is on his way.
Next up the road for him is championship leader Shadow Cobra.
And if you wanted a visual reference between the medium and the hard tyre, there you go. So Fox River 8 is now dropped over 5 seconds behind Shadow Cobra, who's chasing after Lorpy and Alex. Evil Homer sets the fastest lap.
I just had a quick flick to Fox in that chicane where it goes slightly downhill. I heard him having to slightly lift off, or else he would have been going into the wall on the outside.
Very easy to go there, pick up a puncture. Emiliano trying to keep Night Shadow behind for 11th place. Vans racing in the background. Closest battle that we've got for the moment.
I wonder if either Emiliano or Evil Homer will come into play in the scope of the championship, depending on where Shadow Cobra and Fox come out after their stops.
Well,
but looking at it,
it's basically Aston Martin and Alpine in for the Ors. Emiliano hits the wall, and I think Night Shadow followed suit. Yeah, it's Aston Martin and Alpine that are basically battling it out. So I mean, that one's going to be a little bit more difficult to follow.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Fox, who's within Fox within a second. Well, he was within a second. No, he ain't got DRS, but he's just over a second behind Grimo, as Mark is almost right on the gearbox of Shadow Cobra as he goes quickest with a 13.057 to set of, as he's looking to have a look on the inside of the exit of turn 2, but thinks better of it. But that's the difference. You've got a Mark on 3 lap mediums compared to Shadow Cobra on 11. So the difference in tyre deg is definitely on show in the battle between second and third, as he's got DRS now. Thinks better of it, didn't go for the move.
Much better to wait for the
yeah,
for the hairpin and straight. I mean, if you can get that move done just before that DRS line or just after it. Excuse me, just before.
And you got Fox looking to go down. He was looking to go down the inside of Grimo, but backed off of a bit. So he'll probably look at doing the same as what Mark's doing on Shadow Cobra.
Mark trying to show his hand and put his rival off, but it's not happening there, as you can just cut towards Fox River 8, and in the background 2 Ferraris swapping positions.
Well, while Shadow Cobra and Mark are battling over the third and second and third, it's allowing Alex to keep like a smooth rhythm up front.
Keep that gap up front, as we see Shadow Cobra take a bit too much inside curb. He's hit his nose as he spun round, hit that wall. So I wonder if that is going to be a pit stop as well as a nose change.
I can't tell if there's any damage as
Fox River 8 is the title rival. Is coming up on the
Fox
outside.
Has gone past.
Gets that move
Fox
done.
Has gone past.
It looks like Shadow Cobra has picked up some damage.
Yeah, because he cut the second chicane. He cut the second part of the chicane. So yeah, he's going to be.
Does not look as pointy as it once did.
No, and he's lost quite a few positions. If this were you, Jacob, would you slap on a set of hards?
I'm not too sure, because you can always bank on a safety car, as Shadow Cobra does pit, and I think this is going to be a nose change, so we'll just we'll hang on for the conclusion.
Yeah, Alex has pitted as well. He's gone to a new set of medium tyres.
There you go, so it's a new nose for our championship leader, Shadow Cobra, so that is definitely giving the advantage to Fox River 8. You might want to get those permutations up again, Carl, because the pendulum has swung towards Fox River 8, most definitely, as Eva Homer gets past Grimo.
Well, because Shadow Cobra is outside the points, if it finished as it is, Fox would be the Tier 2 champion, which I'll be smiling about, being a fellow Aston Martin driver, as we know. But as a commentator, I will be unbiased.
So at this point in time, the title is heading towards the factory of Aston Martin.
It's on its way to Silverstone.
There you go, just outside of Silverstone. And nearly 50% way through this race. So we've got half of it left to go. Anything could, of course, still change, but at the moment, Fox River 8 does hold the advantage as BGR comes into pit as well. Get off those 13 lap soft tyres. No safety car or VSC. So this
if you're Mark Hodgson, you're praying for no safety car or VSC not too bad, but if you're Mark, you're definitely hoping for no safety car because he's got over a 10-second lead. And to be honest, I'm actually smiling seeing Mark up front because it's nice to see what he can do when he gets the bull by the horns, so to say.
This battle between the in the lower reaches of the top 10. Got Lorpy a little bit up the road, and then you've got these three close together: Night Shadow, Emiliano, and Vans Racing. 8th, 9th and 10th, and I think Emiliano's got to try and put a move on Night Shadow. Thinks against it at that hairpin. Night Shadow goes a little
Shadow
bit
Cobra, a 3-second time penalty.
3-second time penalty, so there you go. We were saying they could potentially come into play towards the end of the race. So Shadow Cobra took a nose change and has dropped back.
Wumax is going down the inside of Fox for second. Has made the move stick.
Alex just behind as well.
Yeah, so Fox is down to third, but because Shadow Cobra's at the points, the title's still on its way to Silverstone. As Shadow Cobra sets a 12.0 for the fastest lap.
So, not giving it up yet by any stretch of the imagination. But that is not what Shadow Cobra needed. I mean, of course, Fox River 8, he can do a one-stop. Done 15 laps on those hard tyres so far. So we'll start to come towards the end of their life as M. Paskov retires. So we've got 2 retirements now from this Tier 2 race as Smith picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Got Alex lining Fox up down that long straight down towards the final chicane.
And obviously Fox River 8 won't have DRS.
Alex has gone to the inside.
He's going for it
and makes it comfortably.
Fox River 8 won't.
But if I were Fox, I wouldn't fight these lot in front, the quicker cars. I would just let them through and focus on my own race to try and not take too much out those hard tyres.
Absolutely, make sure you can do the one stop and make it the because look. If you do, say, another 7 or 8 laps, that'll take you to about the 10 laps that you need to on a soft tyres, you know, to stretch those out. But then you've got Shadow Cobra outside of the points as look at that guy trying to go past now and does so.
You can tell Fox ain't fighting the positions because I think he's just doing what he needs to do, which is just keeping his head up or down, whichever.
Driving to a delta and just maximising the strategy. As further down, I think Emiliano might have gone round. Yes, he has. On the exit of that second chicane, his teammate goes past. Evil Homer. I think that BGR's got past as well, but Evil Homer, Grimo, Vans Racing and Night Shadow all went through. As Lorpy is making the move there up on Smith 96 further up, gets that done before the final chicane. Slower exit, so Smith 96 will get the momentum down to turn 1. It's all about where he places his car.
Here's an interesting one for you. You got Shadow Cobra in 12th. Up the road is Evil Homer in the Aston Martin.
There you go. So will Evil Homer be able to hold him off as much as possible for his teammate?
Emiliano's pitted for the hard tyre as well.
So he will be going to the end of this race. As we cut towards these two, Alex did manage to get past Woomax. Woomax is hanging in there. And Guy just behind. Mark Hodgson still with that 12-second lead.
About 13 now.
13, so all he's
around 12-13 seconds.
So he's doing exactly what he needs to do, just keeping his head down, doing the job. And the reward is a 13-point-second lead out in front. This is the battle for second, third, and just about fourth.
Well, I'm keeping an eye on the battle for 8, 9, 10, 11th, and 12th because you got Night Shadow, Grimo, Vans, Evil Homer, and Shadow Cobra literally doing the conga.
There you go. You can see it there. 4 abreast. Grimo going for the move on Night Shadow into turn 1. Gets it done. He's gone very deep. Very deep, and that's allowed Night Shadow, the Haas, and presumably the Aston Martin to get past. There you go. Look, you can see it unfolding. Evil Homer got past Grimo there into 3. And Shadow Cobra on the back of these lot already now. Is he going to have a little look down the inside? No, he's not. Thinks against it. It's all about getting a good exit now. Got the DRS. Of course, Grimo will have the DRS as well. As Grimo's gone, he's outbraked himself again. He's got to go over the through the bottom, and that is P11 there for Shadow Cobra. And he'll be able to get back on the back of Evil Homer. Of course, as you said, he might try and play that team game and hold him up as much as he can.
Just watching Guy make a move on Woomax for third. He went down the inside before the final chicane, so that's Guy back in up to third.
Evil Homer, meanwhile, in the other Aston Martin, overtook Vans Racing around the outside on the exit of the hairpin. Obviously, Vans Racing now pits as well as Night Shadow, so that releases this Aston Martin. And as you say, he's just going to be doing all he can to hold up that Alpine as much as possible.
What is it the what is it at the moment? You got Fox in 5th and Shadow Cobra 9th.
So the gap is about 10 seconds at the moment. Shadow Cobra will have to
Shadow
stop
Cobra would be champion because if Fox finishes 5th, Shadow Cobra has to finish at least 10th or lower. So as it stands, Shadow Cobra would be champion as it stands.
But Shadow Cobra will need to pit again because he's on those soft tyres.
Yeah, I'm just saying if it finished now. Right. Let me finish.
There we go, look at that. So Shadow Cobra right on the back of Evil Homer. I mean, this is going to be a tough ask for Evil Homer to try and keep that Alpine behind. I don't think he's going to let him through and just do the sensible thing and drive his own race. Smith 96 in the points now.
I'm just wondering if Shadow Cobra is sitting in that cockpit right now and thinking, why did we have the gentleman's agreement in Yeah, true. Gives us something to talk about.
But I see what you're saying. If you're them, why would you risk it? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to be having second thoughts?
Because as it is, like you say, Fox River 8's done 20 laps on those hard tyres now, and
exactly. Gets another
he's
4
not
out
far.
those to go on the softs.
Yeah, he's not far off that softs, the window for the softs. So I think Shadow Cobra's kind of made it more harder than it should have been. But what's the entertainment factor in that?
Exactly, mate. Exactly. As BGR going for the move on Grimmer gets it done down the straight before the final chicane. Fox River 8 still staying out.
He's going for that. He's trying to stretch him out for these softs, like you say. I reckon.
I think Shadow Cobra will go on to a set of mediums.
But yeah,
so it's going to be tight. Shadow Cobra's going to have to do some overtaking.
Those hards are probably really asking for grip now, because in that chicane again, I was listening to him and he was like feathering the throttle.
Try not
so
to
I think there's
the tyres.
Yeah, so I think those hards could be slightly towards the end of their life, not far off.
Mark Hodgson has taken his final stop. 12 seconds ahead, so he'll come out within that sort of top 3, top 4.
He's had quite a lonely race today.
It's not so bad if you're leading it. Most of the time that's what you want.
I bet you now he's sat in that cockpit thinking he's Lewis Hamilton.
As BGR trying to go around the outside there into turn 1. Obviously that becomes the inside for turn 2. And I'm glad we managed to see that, because that was a lovely little move there from the Ferrari driver, getting past his Aston Martin counterpart for 7th place. And opening up the gap already over Evil Homer. So we're just waiting for the next round of pit stops to come through till we can build that clearer picture that we need. Fox River 8, 22 laps of the hards. He hasn't had a stop yet, and we can bring the data up.
And he's got no time penalties either.
No time penalty either. Shadow Cobra has still got 3 seconds, so we need to factor that in. Just wonder, is Fox River 8 going to stop? No, he's staying out. And,
so he's gone 23 laps now.
And look at this, Shadow Cobra is now coming into shot, so he's made up that that gap from having that incident and a nose change, almost. Of course, he will still have to stop.
Yeah, I was following Lurpy, and it was coming up to a back marker, a McLaren, but sadly the McLaren couldn't get out of the way going into turns 1 and 2 because of the line you have to take. So, but luckily the McLaren's ghosted, so that's a bit of a saving grace.
Lorpy within a second now of Fox River 8. The Aston Martin driver still yet to stop. He's gone very wide there, so as you said, Carl, really feeling the lack of grip at the moment.
I mean, you could tell by the way he was feathering the throttle in through certain corners. As he's staying out again.
So he's to get past, but he's trying to get that undercut look.
Yeah, and now look who's behind Fox. as he looks to try and take Lurpy again round the outside, takes the place back because Lurpy got out of shape out of turn 2.
So Fox River 8 back into second. I mean, look, Shadow Cobra is right there now. So he's made up all that time from taking that extra stop.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be funny if both Shadow Cobra and Fox pit at exactly the same lap to cover each other off?
Don't think that's necessarily out of the question. I mean, you know, Lorpy is...
Because like you say, Shadow Cobra has still got a pit again, so he's probably trying to stretch those softs out and probably pit on the same lap as Fox to cover him off.
Lorpy has actually made the move now on for Fox River 8, who still stays out.
He does.
He's trying to get the delta to about 8 or 9 laps for the.
I mean, he's at that point now where he could probably come in for the softs because we're on lap 26 now.
Exactly that, and also Get Biggie's been disqualified, unfortunately.
And Pascal's retired. Still no safety car yet.
No safety cars at all. BGR. So I think those soft tyres are coming towards the end of their life because BGR has managed to catch right up. 10 laps to go. As it stands at the minute, Shadow Cobra, this man here, would be Tier 2 champion. Fox River 8 just ahead, you can see him there, he's not taken a stop. Shadow Cobra has taken one. My guess is they'll need to stop.
Let's see what happens here.
There you go. So
they're both diving in, exactly what I predicted.
So both of
exactly what I predicted. They're covering each other off. And, so this is it. It's a sprint to the finish now for the title.
There we are. So Fox River 8 gets out ahead of Shadow Cobra just about. So both on the soft tyres now.
But Shadow Cobra does have that 3-second penalty.
He does have the 3-second penalty
to counteract for.
But this is a
So even if he gets past Fox, and look at the traffic coming through out the towards the pit exit.
Look at that. Crucially, Evil Homer, his teammate, is actually in between Fox River 8 and Shadow Cobra. So if he wasn't able to hold him up now, he's going to be hoping that his teammate will be able to do that for him this time around.
I mean, sadly for Shadow Cobra, Emiliano's nowhere. He's down 14th on hard tyres, so he can't help him out.
There you go. So it's 2 Aston Martins versus an Alpine. As it stands, Shadow Cobra.
Mind you, the Alpine is on fresh soft tyres now,
as well as Fox River 8. So here we go, 8 laps to decide a champion. Ooh, Fox River 8's got a 3-second time penalty now. He did not need that.
No, not at all, as Shadow Cobra is going down the inside of Fox's teammate. Evil Homer. So Shadow Cobra's up to 9th.
So line astern then. Fox River 8 needs to get on with this and try and get past Lorpy, and then Night Shadow ahead. Look, you can see him there. And hope the other drivers are able to hold him up. As it stands, Shadow Cobra would still win the title. Fox River 8's just got to try and do all he can do. Look at that, right up alongside Lorpy. Is he going to have a little look down into the hairpin? Oh, he thinks about it, but the door closes, and he gets out.
And then you got Shadow Cobra there popping his nose in as well.
Right behind, and look at that. I think Shadow Cobra's got the momentum.
right on the gearbox of Fox.
There you go. So now this is
Fox goes defensive.
Gets back onto that racing
Covers
line.
him off. But as we can see, both of them get the DRS in the second phase.
So Lion Astern 7th and 8th, Fox River 8, and Shadow Cobra. Don't need to worry about Mark so much, he's off having fun. 13 seconds ahead, got this one more or less in the bag. Guy just behind Womax now for second place. And this is a stellar drive from Guy. You remember he started at the back of the grid.
Yes, he did, and I think he would definitely be one of those for contender for driver of the day as it's going at the moment.
Absolutely.
As he's just gone second, and Evil Homer's just got past both Fox and Shadow Cobra.
So maybe those two are battling, made a mistake, and that's allowed Evil
Shadow
Homer to get
Cobra's
past.
going down, is on the inside of Fox, and that puts Shadow Cobra in front of Fox now. So
he's in control of his own destiny.
But Fox looking to the inside, going into turn 1, but thinks better of it. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, you got Guy who is now moved up to second since passing Womax.
Pulling out that gap. Shadow Cobra's actually got... Oh yeah, no, sorry. We went through all that.
Yeah, both got 3 seconds each, so technically Fox really has to put his foot down now, but as you can see...
Shadow Cobra is getting away now.
But ideally, Fox... Ideally, Fox wants Lurpy to hold Shadow Cobra up, but that's most likely not going to happen, as Shadow Cobra has moved up into 6th place now, getting past the Mercedes.
There's a bit of buffer in between.
I've just jumped up top, and Guy has cut the gap to Mark down to 9.4, 9.5. So Guy is really motoring on. But could it be a little too late, because we're on lap 31 of 35?
My guess is it's potentially a little bit too late.
But mind you, Mark has 6 seconds worth of penalties, so Guy just has to get within 3 seconds. As Fox gets a 3 set, he's on 6 now. He's got it all to do now. That shows you how much he's pushing.
As Lorpy saw there, had a little bit of a lock-up. As Fox River 8 not quite able to get close enough.
I'm just looking at I'm just having a quick look at the penalties for you, Jacob. As I said, you got Mark on 6 seconds, Guy is on 3, same as Womax. BGR's on 9, Shadow Cobra's on 3, and as we've just seen, Fox is on 6, Grimo's also on 6, Van's on 3, Smith's on 9, Emiliano's on 9, Ollie T is on 6, Night Shadow's on 6, Alex is on 6, Evil Homer's on 6, Boofy is on 15, and Martin, who somehow must have had a glitch or whatnot at the start of the race, is on 3 seconds, but he has just moved up to 16th in the meantime. And from what I can tell with the gap up front, it's down to 8.5. I think Mark seized off slightly.
Well,
but he can't risk easing off too much.
He's got to make sure.
As Fox has just moved into 6th place, but Shadow Cobra's moved up to 4th. Oh, how the pendulum swings.
There we go. So as it stands, this man here, Shadow Cobra, would be champion. So 2 and a bit laps to go. Mark Hodgson still out in the lead. He's got to make sure that gap doesn't drop to 3 seconds to hold on to this win. He's got 2 and a bit laps, so it's going to be quite an arse for Guy. But as you said, Carl, that gap is coming down at a rate of knots. Shadow Cobra nice and cool there out in 4th place. He's actually opened up quite a bit of a gap to BGR and then Fox River 8 by extension. And everyone's more or less spaced out. 2 McLarens. Sorry, Evil Homer getting past Alex a little bit further down the field. I mean, Lorpe's the only one without any penalties, so he's going to gain.
Yeah, and as it stands, the bonus fastest lap will be going to Guy. So he'll be getting the bonus point, because I just had a look at the fastest lap. But even if Fox somehow pulls off the fastest lap, which probably won't be easy with the state of the tyres they're in, because they're on 7 laps, I can't. Even if he does get fastest lap somehow, it still won't be enough.
Lorpe, but then he's got a lap and a bit to try and make 3 seconds on Mark Hodgson. As he's gone into the wall there at the hairpin. Now about 7 seconds. Mark Hodgson at the end of the straight. He's just starting his final lap now. Is Mark? There you go. So
it's been quite a Hamilton-esque performance by Mark. Pole position and leading near enough every lap.
Fox River,
but he also had, sorry to cut through you, but he also had the benefit of starting at the front of the pack, so he didn't have to worry about any controversy or whatnot going into the first 2 corners.
Oh, absolutely. In between all that, Lorpe picked up a penalty, so all of our drivers so far this evening have got penalties at the minute that will come into play. So where they finish on track won't be necessarily where they finish up, all told. Shadow Cobra, as it stands, will win this championship. It's been a solid drive. Him and Fox River 8 have come from 17th and 18th by finishing ahead. Shadow Cobra will take the championship.
Alex has just gone fastest lap, so yeah, but Mark
has
crossing the line now. Yeah, he is. He's going to be absolutely overjoyed. I can hear him now in that cockpit. I mean, absolutely going mental. But Shadow Cobra,
there we go.
Tier 2 champion.
By finishing ahead of
how
Fox River 8,
yeah.
He has taken the title. Fox River 8 finishes in 5th position. Commiserations. It's been a great season for the pair of them.
It has. It's been great commentating on it all as well.
BGR in 6th, Lorpe 7th, Grimmer 8th. Vans Racing will take 9th.
Emiliano's retired on the last lap.
I wonder where that is. I think that's on the exit there of the hairpin.
On the exit of the hairpin, yeah.
So there you go. Mark Hodgson wins the race, and we'll come back to him. But it's this man here, Shadow Cobra. You're looking at your Tier 2 champion by finishing ahead of Fox River 8. He secures the title. And the pair of them.
Alex, the last one to finish. Two titles decided, one yet to still be decided on Wednesday.
Came up as Guy with the driver of the day, which, to be honest, coming from the back of the grid, I think it was 19th or 20th. Most definitely a shout. Mark Hodgson there is your race winner. He's going to be pleased with that pole and race win Absolutely
as
dominant
as
performance.
as we would be hearing over the radio after Lewis wins, getting their mark.
There you go. Guy in second, and I think Wimax there in third. But we'll just run through those results with you and confirm that. There you are. So Mark Hodgson, there you go, race winner for Mercedes, wins the final round of the Tier 2 season. Guy in second from 20th, last place on the grid. Yeah, definitely a shout for driver of the day. Wimax in third. Shadow Cobra, there you go, is your Tier 2 champion with fourth place. Fox River 8 finishes second in the standings with fifth. BGR, Law Peak, Grimo, Vans Racing and Smith 96 round out your top 10. Night Shadow, Evil Homer 11th and 12th, Ollie T, Alex 13th and 14th, Emiliano 15th and 16th single track, 17th Booth Beat, 18th Get a Biggie, 19th M Paskov, and Connor completes your top 20. So there you go, that was it. That's your conclusion to Tier 2. I hope you've enjoyed watching along. It's been great commentating on it. And yeah, Carl, I think that was it for Tier 2 from us two. I hope you enjoyed the season.
I definitely have, and it's a shame because we know how everyone's enjoyed us two as a pairing in the commentary box, but with us both moving to Tier 2, there's not a very high likely that we can still keep this pairing going.
Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. That is us. That is it from us for tonight. We will see you for season 5. Yeah. All the best. Hope you've had a good evening. Good night.
Good night.